Matt smiled at the sound of his youngest's voice, Matt Jr. "Hi, son. It's your dad." "It's Daddy!" he called out to the room, and then to his father. "When are you coming home, Daddy? Will you be home for the 4th? Can I light the fireworks? I know you said I have to be older, but I am older now, so I figured—" Matt chuckled to himself, feeling a warm sense of calm pour through him at the chirping sound of his son's voice. He loved his family. At that thought, coldness entered him as well. He did love his family, and he would do anything to protect them. His eyes moved once more to the monitor, and his heart grew colder still. Anything. There was a lot of potential for good in there, but if they posed a danger... "Put your mother on the phone, please, son." He winced at the coldness in his voice, and he could hear that his son recognized the emotions by his reply. "I didn't mean to whine, Daddy. I'm sorry. Don't tell Mommy on me." He sounded like he was going to cry. He was only 4, and his world was so small. He was so small. "It's okay. Daddy's not mad at you. He just needs to talk to Mommy." Matt tried to sound caring, tried to sound like anything better than what he was actually feeling, but he was afraid it wasn't coming through in his voice. His son started crying in earnest then, and he could hear his daughters trying to get the phone away from him, but he likely had the phone clenched to the side of his face so hard it was bruising. "Put your goddamn mother on the phone right now!" Matt shouted as rage overtook him, and the crying stopped. He heard footsteps running away as the handset clattered loudly on the tiled floor. God, what had he done? The handset clinked against the floor again, and he heard his wife's voice as she spoke to someone off the phone. "Go check on him and find out what's wrong. Because he's your brother and you love him." "Yes, you do." In happier moments, Matt would laugh at the half-heard conversation, but this was not happier times, and now he couldn't even muster a smile. "Hello?" His wife's sweet voice brought tears to his eyes and shame to his heart. Would she still love him when he told her what he'd said? Would she still care for a man who would use such cruelty on his 4-year-old son? "Hey, babe," he whispered, his voice full of the tears he couldn't shed. "I miss you." "Hey, stranger," his wife said with invitation in her voice. "When they gonna let you out of your cage for a bit?" Matt frowned. He wasn't going to get out of this cage for a long time. But God, how to tell her that? He decided to be straight with her. "I don't know, love. But it may be a while." "What's wrong, love?" Her tone shifted to one of concern. "Is there anything I can do?" He smiled, and her kindness broke the dam that was holding his tears back. "Just forgive me for what I said to our son. I'm so stressed out here and miss you so much. But I shouldn't take it out on him." "He'll be fine, love. There's nothing to forgive." The all-encompassing nature of her acceptance was too much. He gave a near-silent sob and had to bite down hard on his lip to keep from revealing exactly how far things had gone wrong here. "How did I get so lucky?" he whispered. "No idea. Sold your soul, love?" He chuckled. It felt odd to laugh and cry at the same time. "I would for you and the kids, love. In a heartbeat." The door opened slowly, and Brandon stood there, backlighted by the cubicle-filled office space beyond him. "Babe, I have to go. I thought I had more time." "I understand. You do what you have to do in order to keep us all safe, and then you come back to us." He smiled and whispered one last heartfelt, "I love you," then hung up.